Hello guys, my name is Peter and welcome back to the channel. Today, as I said the last video, I'm going to be talking about again some story. This is going to be some predictions and some future hints that the devs are hinted throughout their dev stream. So we're gonna go some speculations and maybe some predictions, see if I got it right, see if I got it wrong. So maybe this is technically spoilers if I got it right. If I got it completely wrong, well, it is what it is. You can go ahead and argue with me, guys, in the comment section below what I'm about to say about the story and maybe some other returning characters, what we could see in this storyline. So, ladies and gentlemen, first of all, I'm gonna go ahead and deep analyze the teaser, and after that I'm gonna go into their dev stream, and then we're gonna go ahead and see what they said, mainly Charles said, about the story and what we can expect. So first of all, let's get into this one and see what it said here. So first of all, as you see, this is kind of a darker area. And I'm gonna stop it right there. This area is very similar that we saw in Knights of the Fallen Empire Chapter 2, where we are in Carbon Freezing Chamber and we are getting talks with Valkorion as well. I think this scene is very similar. And how do we get there? I'm gonna get into that a little bit later, but first of all, let's see what Valkorion and everybody had to say.
That your achievements outweighed your losses. That your sacrifices meant something.
Now I'm gonna stop you guys right there with this scene. Now this scene is in a Voss. So this one was in Knights of the Eternal Throne when Senya is saving Arkan, or trying to save Arkan, depending which choice you made, obviously, in this storyline. So this is a flashback, what we're seeing here. This is not probably not going to be in the main storyline, as probably if you guys go ahead and seeing in here at the beginning, it says here that not all images appear in game. So this one is not going to be in the next storyline. This one here mainly is just a flashback, what we saw in Knights of the Eternal Throne Chapter 2, I think? Chapter 1, sorry, Chapter 1. That we saw in Knights of the Eternal Throne Chapter 1. And obviously let's continue and see where it goes.
That your sacrifices meant something. Anything.
Now, I'm gonna stop it right there. This is obviously where Kira finds Satele Shan. I don't know who is that figure right there. Probably some random persons who Satele has been conquered. So, story predictions, I'm gonna go ahead and talk about it after the story, as soon as we getting into the VOD and things like that. So I'm gonna go ahead and talk about those.
After all that I have done, all that I have enslaved, all that I have destroyed, you should have known.
This is also in Knights of the Eternal Throne. I think this is the ending. I think if I'm getting closer to the images and things like that, this is the throne room. I don't know if you guys can see like a little detail where the throne room obviously was a longer area. So this is very similar at the end of the throne. This one is also back into
You do not know the true face
like the
of power, but you will. Very soon, you will.
And obviously Vitiate is going to go ahead and talk about us there. Now, here's an interesting part. Not just Valkorion returns, but Vitiate as well. There's also one more person that we obviously know him, because there's 3 names for the Emperor himself other than the Emperor. So there is Vitiate, there is Valkorion, but there is Tenebrae. So the other question is, will we see Tenebrae Black? Probably yes. We're going to see Tenebrae Black as well. Not just Vitiate, not just Valkorion, but I think all 3 forms of the Emperor were coming back into one big circle. Now, I'm gonna go ahead and actually talk about how the story will go. So, prediction time. I'm gonna go ahead and open up the dev stream. Because this was the teaser trailer, so now I'm gonna open up the dev stream because they also shown some other things there. So here's the dev stream right now, where they're going to be start talking about the story, the Echoes of Oblivion story. So the story, how it goes, obviously, is Kira and Scourge told us at the end of Onslaught that they returned, obviously, and there is the last gruesome weapon of the Emperor, and they didn't find it. But T7, luckily our Jedi Knight friend T7, found the missing ship and also where Satele Shan is. And that's where we gotta pick up the storyline. That's the missing ship, so that's no big deal, obviously, about the missing ship. But after this, listen to it, what Charles will say. And this is where we're going into some predictions as well.
When Kira and Scourge destroyed the original body of Tenebrae, aka the Sith Emperor, aka Vitiate, aka Valkorion, around the same time that the player defeated Valkorion at the end of Knights of the Eternal Throne. Worried that would spread around, they put them, isolated them on a ship to keep whatever this mysterious affliction was from spreading. The ship disappeared, it was lost, but now, in update 6.2, our good friend T7 has managed to find it. And so that's going to lead the player and their allies on an adventure to figure out what exactly is going on, why the ship went off course, why it's suddenly so creepy in here. That's generally not a good sign. It's probably not the way.
Why did it get so creepy in here?
I couldn't say that that wouldn't be Scourge's design aesthetic. I wouldn't think it would be Kira's though. It's probably not the way she would do things. Hey, whoa, who are these mysterious people? Probably some offshoots of some folks that y'all might remember, known as the Servants.
And I'm gonna stop you right there. So this is apparently some offshoots of the Servants. Now the Servants, Servant 1 and Servant 2 that we met actually, and Servant 4, I believe, in some other perspectives. Now the question is, there is also, could be one more character that can return as well, is any other Servant. Servant 4, Servant 2, any other Servants that we met. We met Servant 1 during the Shadow of Revan, in the Rishi storyline, who had a connection with, obviously, with Revan and things like that, who helped us out. So we could see one of the Servants back as well. Now, also, this armor set is very similar to the one that we saw in the teaser trailer. So if I bring up the teaser trailer again, here it is right there. After this is also, again, the very similar armor set that we saw in this one. So if I bring up this one and this one, this is very similar to what we saw. Now, these are probably going to be NPCs, so enemies that we're going to fight against. But the other one, mainly this one, is highly doubt it's an NPC. This is probably a character. From what I'm seeing, it's definitely a female character, I believe, but I don't know who it is yet. But it could be as well as a Servant as well. Who knows? So that means the Servants can come back as well in the picture. So far that we got Tenebrae back, and also obviously we saw Vitiate back and Valkorion back. So all three forms of the Emperor is back, and also Servant 1. So now I'm gonna go ahead and go back to the live stream, where they also going to be talking about even more of the story.
Have shown up. And like I said, the player's allies, which includes a whole lot of allies, at least potentially, depending on your choices of who might still be alive and might not be, will be joining you on this mysterious mission, which is going to take you to some unexpected places like this.
So unexpected places like this. This area looks very familiar for those of you who have played it a long time ago or just starting a Jedi Knight or Jedi Consider, because this is Tython, ladies and gentlemen. This is Tython in a darker area. So if you look at the shape of the palace, it looks very similar to the Tython Jedi Academy. So this one is probably a Tython Jedi Academy, what it will be later on. But anyway, I'm gonna go ahead and continue, see what they say even more.
We won't get in too much. I don't want to spoil too much, but that sure does look a little bit like the Jedi Temple, doesn't it? Except
so it is
weird and twisted.
Tython.
So we're gonna get to explore some really amazing environments. The art team just totally knocked it out of the park in this one.
These areas are looking like a mix between Osis and Tython from what I'm seeing, and definitely looks amazing. So whoever designing these, thank you. But like I said, this is going to be probably like a flashback or some sort, where just like in the Knights of the Fallen Empire chapter 2, where we're going to go ahead and experience some of these plague problems, but I'm gonna get into that a bit later.
See it.
This next screenshot is still just floors me every single time I see it.
And this,
I don't know what's going on here, but
maybe it's not all evil. Maybe there's still a little bit of hope left.
This is probably, from what I'm seeing, is the entrance of the Jedi council table. From what I'm seeing, it's definitely a big bridge, but it looks like the entrance of the Jedi council. So other than that, there's nothing much else to say other than this looks beautiful as hell. So, and obviously the other two is where they're going to be talking about Valen and Valkorian returns. So, prediction for the storyline, and I'm gonna go ahead and need to find some screenshots for this. But first of all, I'm gonna be, it's gonna be here somewhere. So first of all, we're gonna be starting off here. I'm gonna mute their talking. So, this is how so far what I think it will be. So first of all, T7 finds the ship, which we already know because we already seeing it on Odessan. Kira and Scourge got contacted. Where is the ship? So let's go ahead and find the ship. So after they start finding the ship, then we getting some unexpected welcome from the servants. Now the servants, like I said, could be a big part of it, and obviously everything is creepy and things like that. So we're going to find, or Kira mainly, going to find the body of Satele Shan. This is where it gets interesting, because they don't know how to defeat this, because Satele Shan is technically there down. But wait. So I'm gonna go ahead and get it there, it soon will there. There it is. So this is what they will find. A lot of bodies, Satele Shan in the middle, you can barely see her right there, right next to Kira Carson. And as you see, they are all meditating. As you see, they are all meditating. So Kira is meditating, our character is meditating, Arkan and Scourge kinda, and Senya as well. So this is how I think it will go. So we're going to find all of these. I think some of them are definitely Jedi, some of them are definitely not Jedi, but you can see Satele Shan barely there. And in the trailer as well, they will show where Kira is going to go ahead and find, there it is, where Kira is going to find Satele Shan's body. And this is the same circle that we're seeing also here as well. But this time there is more bodies in here as well. So what I think it will happen, and this is the prediction, is we getting into the minds of Satele Shan. We gotta getting into the minds of Satele Shan, how we did when we entered into Knights of the Eternal Throne at the end, and when Valkorian tried to consume our body, and we went into the same kind of these Oblivion level. And this is where we starting, and this is where also the trailer is starting as well, how we enter with Kira. And I think Kira will go ahead and help us out. And then we walk around checking out the area until we're going to go ahead and see the Emperor himself. And then this is where we are going to go ahead and start some combats, things like that. But then obviously the story will move on, and then I think Valkorian will go ahead and bring his old allies to us. So I think Texan and Valen will go ahead and actually help out Valkorion himself. And then the rest of us, I don't know if they will return or not. And as you see in the background, by the way, you will see our character, Scourge as well. You can see briefly. Scourge there, my character, and Terran there. So pretty much what we're seeing in this picture at the end. We're going to see something very similar to this. But we don't know, and I don't know it personally, if this is the aftermath of the Satil Shan mind or not. Because obviously Satil Shan is alive, but in this Echo world or the Oblivion world, as you see, like everything is kind of in the stars and kind of like dusty and things like that, just like in these worlds, what we're looking around like this one. And there's probably going to be a lot of flashbacks, just like I said in Knights of the Fallen Empire Chapter 2 or Knights of the Eternal Throne ending. This is going to be a very similar story. However, there is one more character here that haven't had any mentions, haven't had anything to talk about, and basically who had other problems with the Emperor, because we are in Satil Shan's mind technically, if we are going to go ahead and predict. So anybody else can return. There's two characters that was really, really close to Satil Shan. Number one will be Darth Maul. As we already know, in Knights of the Fallen Empire Chapter 12, Darth Maul allied with Satil Shan, and Satil Shan is actually, they are kind of helping each other, Darth Maul and Satil Shan, but obviously Satil Shan is down, but you know, Darth Maul is a ghost. So Darth Maul with the Force, he can't do anything. So he will probably get into this fight as well as also one more person. Now, who else have a problem with not specifically Valkorion, but specifically with this guy, Vitiate himself? Because now it's not just Valkorion, it's also Vitiate, and it could be Tenebrae as well. Who other else have a problem with it other than Revan? Because Revan actually, you know, tried to defeat the Emperor by, with the Shadow of Revan storyline, tried to go ahead and resurrect the Emperor so he can defeat it. But the Emperor just went on an escape, and as you saw in his story, basically wiped out the whole Ziost himself. So probably a Revan probably will say a thing or two about this storyline as well. So in all, I think there is probably a few more characters. And speaking of Ziost, there is one more character which I actually go ahead and Google. Not gonna lie, because I forgot her character's name of the storyline. But there was one on Ziost that was a Jedi Knight commander that also either you decided to kill her or decided to aid her, because that was also a very similar plague going around there as well. But actually the Emperor consumed a lot of people's minds and killed a lot of people. It was Master Suro. And I'm gonna go ahead and bring it here, and as you see, Master Suro had also very, very similar problems with the Emperor, because the Emperor got consumed, or Emperor consumed her body, obviously. So she can make an appearance as well. I don't know if it's necessarily going to be in all over Satil Shan's mind, but as you see, she had some struggles and things like that. I hope you guys done the Ziost mission by now, because it has been a while. So this is, I think, all of the predictions and everything that I can say about the story. So possibly five or six more characters returning. Who knows? But pretty sure, from what I'm pretty sure is Tenebrae is going to return. Mar or Revan could potentially be. And anybody who legit had a problem with the Emperor. I think, guys, this is going to be the final encounter towards the Emperor, unless at the end of the story the Emperor got freed or he is going to do something. But I highly doubt there's going to be anything else relating to the Emperor. This is going to be, I think, a big final showdown that we're going to see as well in this storyline rather than anything else. Because like a lot of people said that they are done with the emperor. I specifically don't mind it, to be honest. I specifically don't mind it with if there is anything else coming up with the emperor, but I think this is the final showdown where everybody who had a problem with the emperor will turn in, and we actually going to face all three of the emperor's bodies. So Vitiate, or our three forms technically, emperor, Vitiate, Valkorion, and Tenebrae, all three of them we going to go ahead and face against, and we going to go ahead and eviscerate him finally until it's done, or something along those lines. So I think this is the final tale for the emperor himself. And yeah, ladies and gentlemen, what do you guys think of this prediction so far? Let me know down in the comment section below. This was fun to do. I hope you guys enjoy it, and I hope I haven't spoiled you guys or anything like that, because I personally don't know more things about the story himself. I'm gonna go ahead and finish up with Satya Sham. So I don't know too much about the story, but this is what I'm predicting, judged on the screenshots and the trailer himself, what we know all over the story. And that's it for this video. I hope you guys enjoyed it. I certainly did. Like I said, let me know in the comment section below, what do you guys think of this prediction, or if you guys have any other predictions, who will be returning, or what will the story be. Let me know down in the comment section below. I hope you guys enjoyed, and I will catch you guys next time. Take care and peace.